Next topic. Speaking of transformation, we did extend the field concatenation with some script-based operations. This is based on the template language that we use to define concatenation. Engineering realized that with a pretty minimal effort, we could add a very powerful set of operators here. The use case that we were really looking at was how to support when you are, say, running an LLM sync against a list of things, like when you have a list of descriptions that are part of, like list of descriptions that are part of an assessment for a logic gate LLM assessment. How do we iterate through that list? And this is what we've implemented. So there are a lot of commands that have been implemented. So we have if statements, if else statements, list and array manipulation, find and replace, being able to validate strings, pattern matching, editing text. So you can now do some string manipulation, converting text to numbers, converting text to Booleans, being able to loop through a list of items. For example, if you wanted to, say, replace the spaces in a tag with an underscore, you could loop through that list of tags, run the assess and replace against those tags, and then sync them forward, just as an example. So we have a lot of examples in the documentation for this. I'd recommend checking this out there. If there are particular use cases that you are looking for in the string manipulation that you don't see support for, reach out and ask. This is again part of our eventual goal of taking all of the kind of complex stuff that's done through coding and scripting and to be able to do it in the product configuration. This is probably the heaviest code example of this because we are using these operators, but it's operators within the text editor in the value mapping. So it is lighter than if you had to do a full business script implementation. So like I said, if you have questions about this, specific use cases that you'd like to look at supporting that are not addressed in the documentation, please reach out and we can have the discussion and update the information there and potentially add additional operators, additional functions as requests come in.